There, Aquarius, welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of May 30th through June 5th of 2022. So we're just getting your cards out. The angels are, providing the vibration, right, that will match most of you. But, because it's a general reading, that means there's some parts of this that just won't resonate with you. And that's totally fine. It's just for somebody else in this group, right? Yeah, we're just about done. We have one more card to come out, and then we'll be able to get going on this reading. Okay. Okay. Ah, seriously, there we go. Okay. The cards just kind of went everywhere, but one of them really leaped out and said, this is the one. So that's the one we're going with. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Wow, this looks good. It looks very good. So have you ever noticed how the cycles of the moon affect your mood, your energy, your ability to manifest, your desire to do anything, right? If you've not really paid attention to that in the past, it's maybe a good time now to notice what's happening. So I'm never up on moon cycles, astrological events, things like that. I see it, I hear it in the moment, but I never research in advance, when's the next full moon and all that kind of stuff. I know that many of you are interested in that and do follow it. But so for the ones who, maybe don't notice it so much, right? Or are not aware of it, I should say, don't know what's happening. Look it up for this week and then just notice any correlations between yourself, your mood, your energy, all that stuff, and see what is going on. Maybe do that for, a whole month or more, and just notice how it affects you. And that way, going forward, you can, and I guess for me too, even though I'm not Aquarius, but then moving forward, you can notice, or you can be aware in advance, I guess, that, when this certain thing is happening, then that affects your energy in this particular way, usually. And so you can know to expect it. And that way you can just, schedule your things to match. And that gives you a boost up compared to how you used to be. Okay, all right. They're really wanting you to notice that right now. So it's like it's another tool for you to use. More awareness, deeper stuff. Also awareness of how other things not created by you have such an obvious effect upon you. Okay, all right. Now, it feels like you've been really worrying, I guess is a good word. Certainly you've been paying too much attention to, what the future might bring. Oh, I'm so worried about that. And I don't know what to do because I don't know what the future is going to be and all that stuff. You know what? You're not doing yourself any favors by thinking that way. Your future will be just fine. In fact, it will be bright. It'll be amazing. And so it's your overall outlook that determines the brightness of your future. It's how you feel in general about life. Like generally, are you happy? Are you upbeat? Or do you tend more to the downside, right? And so the more you can understand that your angels are telling you, so you no longer need to sit there and go, oh, I don't know what the future is going to bring. Yeah, you do. Now you know. It's bright. Got to wear shades, right? Um, just be confident in that and feel good about it, knowing that you're always looked after, knowing that there's like everything's falling into place, and it always will. Okay. All right. So you can take that anywhere you go and feel that and just know that everything, all is well. Okay. Do you ever write things? So whether it's a journal or whether it's short stories or whether it's, a novel or a factual account like an autobiography or whatever it might be, it's a good time now to write your things down. Like I said, it could be a daily journal, writing down how you feel. You could be tracking these moon cycles and writing down so that you don't forget how you felt during that, right? And so you can notice the patterns. You might be writing other things, how you're progressing in your business or whatever it is you're doing. Maybe you're building something and you're tracking what's happening day to day. Or it could be a really creative endeavor that you're writing science fiction. Whatever it is, that time spent with paper and pen or computer or whatever, right? That time spent in the process is really valuable to you, more than you maybe realize. So please do that for yourself, because that really helps you. Awesome. Okay. All right. Let's go in this order. So it is time to be bold. So, this beautiful, bright future that you've got coming up, what do you want that to look like? How are you going to accomplish that? Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. Yeah, yeah. It is time to put yourself forward. It's time to definitively say, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. And you can present to me your opinion all you want, but I'm the one who gets to decide what direction I'm going. And this is you being bold. This is you saying, this is my life, and I'm the one living it. And this is how I want it to be. Therefore, that's what I'm creating. Right? So no matter what those things are, whether this is within the scope of a job or in a relationship or something you're doing completely independently, but people seem to want to put their input in, whether you've asked or not, all that stuff. This is you just being bold and doing what you know you need to do. If you need help, you ask for it. If you're good, you don't ask for it. I mean, this is it's the way everybody should be. We call it bold, but truly it's just being a natural, ordinary human being going about your life in the way that you want your life to be gone about. I mean, it's so normal. And yet we all tend to think that, what you do affects me so much that I get to have a say in your life. Well, okay, I suppose if you're neighbors and you want to put up a pink and purple fence and they really hate that, okay, I guess that affects them and they do probably get a say. Otherwise, nah, it's your life. It's your life. Like, yeah, obviously there's more than one example, right, of things that are affected by other people and that you do have to, compromise and play together nicely in the sandbox, that kind of thing. But otherwise, like, no, you are the architect. You're the one who decides how your life is built and how you live it and how joyfully you do that. Okay. So, just this whole thing, it feels kind of like you're like flip-floppy, you're wish-washy. It's like you're just so uncertain. is the whole energy that I'm getting. And so like the moon cycles, that's going to help you kind of predict in a way how things might go next week, depending, what's going on in our world, right? In the astrological world. Writing things down helps you keep it cohesive, helps you stay centered and focused. Knowing that you have that amazing bright future brings hope to everything that you do, knowing that you're always looked after. And putting yourself forward, your true self. This is your true self. This is partly why it's considered so bold, is because we tend to hide the true self. This means not hiding anymore. And the last two cards here in your reading is compassion. Now this, sometimes it means other things, but this time this means compassion for you. It's like you're beating yourself up for, I don't know what, but past mistakes maybe, or things like that you think you've done so wrong, and got to this stage of life and I'm still screwing up every time I turn around. And have some compassion for yourself, just as you would for anybody else, right? This is why we're here, is to be human. If we never made mistakes or we never had anything to learn, we wouldn't be here. This is why we're here, is to develop and to grow and to learn new things and to explore new personalities, not only your own, but other people's, right? So, give yourself a break. This is exactly why we're here. So you're doing just fine. Okay. And Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, has this absolute unconditional love. And she models it for us so that we can see what it looks like and what it feels like, so that we understand when we're receiving it, and so that we understand what it's like to give it. Giving yourself unconditional love, as she is giving to you, is the greatest gift that you can ever create for your own self. It's that total acceptance of you, right? And the knowledge that even when you have done something that you are disappointed in yourself with, you have the ability to make amends, and you can still love yourself unconditionally through that. Okay. You are very loved. Never doubt that. Okay. So here we have the daily guidance cards, and we're asking for one last bit of wisdom. So it could be that there's a wedding in your world coming up soon, maybe, or that you've just learned is going to be happening, or maybe it's just happened. For some of you, this, absolutely means actually a physical wedding. For some of you, probably for the majority of you, this is actually about, ideas coming together in a marriage type of way, right? Ideas that maybe hadn't really been together before, that you hadn't thought of, that, oh, I can do this and this, ooh, right? Or it's, people coming together with their ideas, or things like that, right? Orange flowers along with blue flowers. Why not marry those two together, right? So it's a joyous time. It's a combining of energies, and that usually just, really amps it up and makes it more and better, creates a synergy. Okay, that's a beautiful thing to see in your life. Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you very much, and I love you, and I'll see you next time.